We're live.
Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond podcast.
Friday live edition. Friday live show. Masters Week. Bang. 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 Bring it back. Bang. Bring it back. Bang.
Nike Park. The bangs happen.
Yeah. The whole topic of the conversation today is going to be what happened on Wednesday.
Jesus. Do we have to talk about it?
I think we do. I think we have to talk about Wednesday. We didn't get a pod out. We actually, in true Beyond the Diamond and Apollo fashion, we dropped a podcast before that third game, and then that happened. And then everyone in the comments were like, well, what about the Wednesday game? What about the Wednesday game? Well, the Wednesday game was not good in the sense of you can't blow. You can't be 2 outs in the eighth with a 5-run lead and lose. Just can't do that. Yeah. But also in a baseball way, this is just how baseball works in my mind. You stole a game on Sunday against the Twins, and then you blew the game on Wednesday. I think the real story was losing the game on Monday because baseball kind of evens out in the wash. You steal a game that you should have lost. You lose games you should have won. It's the other games that are the compound interest of 162. And I want to talk, and the reason why, and I obviously the response online was Joe spotted this, Joe spotted that, bullpen this, bullpen that. And I think those arguments are fair in the sense of acting like a rational human being and having that raw emotion about your sports team. But where I go is, I think you had a short bench in the bullpen that Wednesday day game. He tried to steal some outs with Contreras. That didn't work out. Okert came in, got the first 2 guys, and then just ran into a Randy Rosarena barrel. Okert's still a dog. But I think the moral of the story is this. Monday, you had the Taylor Scott thing happen, which then puts you on your heels with your pin. You had to use arms.
Yep.
Tuesday, same exact thing. Taylor Scott happens. You have to use Hader for 2 in that marathon game. You had to use all your arms. So Wednesday day game, quick turnaround. Hader was down. If you don't go to Scott on Tuesday after his Monday thing, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Cause and effect.
Hader doesn't go 2, right? If Hader only goes 1 on Tuesday, Hader's available Wednesday. Yeah. You have Abreu in the 8th of that Wednesday scenario, and then you have Hader in the 9th. So we can argue, we can bitch and moan and complain. The offense cannot strand bases loaded twice.
Yep.
You cannot strand 12 plus runners. You have to execute when you have them on the ropes. You had a fish on the mound for the Mariners, and you let him off the hook with only 4 runs.
Yeah, I said
that is.
We were testing a little playback stream here, watching the game, and I was like, I hope that doesn't come back to bite us. They literally they left him out to dry. The Angels had had given up on the game.
100%.
They were like, we just need him to get his innings because we have no bullpen. So the Astros should have put like
15
up on that guy.
Yeah. Getting chirped.
Probably from Noah.
Getting chirped.
But yeah, no, it just kind of like it gave the Angels, or not the Angels, we're playing the Angels this weekend, gave the Mariners the feeling that they were still in the game.
Correct.
Even if you put up 6, if you put up 1 or 2 more, in those situations, everything goes back to the offense for me.
Yeah.
Like you said, the other games leading up to that, they should have bigger leads in those games, and you would have never had to use Hader. You would have never had to use, Hader for 2 innings and all that.
In the last podcast episode on Wednesday with me, you, and Brian, we talked about like, hey, it's not the offensive, like the hitting coaches are not offensive coordinators. They can't call a flea flicker with a runner on second base. They can't call a jet sweep. They can't call a halfback screen. It's on the guys to execute. And last year's offense, which was politely saying it felt like, who was the guy pushing the rock up the mountain?
Sisyphus.
Felt a little like that. But the real moral of the story was this runners in scoring positions because the offense had I think we said on the pod, like they were the 5th or 7th best WRC plus last year. So it's just about runners in scoring position. And that's the moral of the story.
You want to know the stats?
In 12, I don't really want to, but yeah. In 12
with
games.
Runners in scoring position so far and 113 plate appearances for the Astros. 113 plate appearances.
Okay.
They have 23 RBI.
Not good.
They have a 565.
Saludos de Sede from Portugal. That's really cool. What's up? We got someone tuning in from Portugal.
Hell yeah.
That's so sick. What parts of Portugal, Jose, over on IG? See that? So the math on that's not good.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Bases loaded. 17 plate appearances. The bases loaded. You should score runs with the bases loaded. That should be
runs.
At least one, 5 RBI on the entire year. 0.67 batting average. 1 hit. The Astros are 1 for 15 with the bases loaded. That is not a recipe to win games. That is crazy.
That is.
I knew it was bad. I didn't realize it was that bad.
When you say it out loud, it's not good.
1 for 15. That's crazy.
Woo.
That's 1 hit. And it wasn't even it was a single. They have 0 extra base hits with the bases loaded. Yesterday, the difference of the game was a fucking grand slam.
Yeah.
The Astros haven't even sniffed a grand slam. They have 1 single with the bases loaded.
And the ops were there. The ops on Wednesday were absolutely
there. They continue to be there. I would probably, if you look it up, in 9 games, having even 17 plate appearances with the bases loaded is pretty solid.
In the Wednesday game too, you actually leave the 8th. And I almost tweeted this out. I was like, what a selfish home run by Randy Rosarena clearing the bases because we got out of it, right?
Yeah.
5-4. JP comes up, steals, gets picked off with another steal, generates a run. You go up 6-4. You bring in Abreu. And then a little hit there, a little hit there. I was like, oh, shit, the classic Brian Abreu inning. And then a QN squibbler with enough English on it where Paredes hell of a play to think through it, but reaction time was 0. Just caught the ball so slow and tagged so slow. Then all of a sudden it was bases loaded, no outs. I was like, oh, we lost this game. It was just this game is over. So yeah, and torpedo bats are for hitters who can't hit. I mean, yeah, but Roots, we got to figure a way.
I'm not gonna
there's too many balls on labels right now.
I will take whatever it takes. I mean, he only is good now because of torpedo bat. Good. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as he's as long as he's driving in runs for my baseball team, I don't give a shit.
Going over comments over on YouTube. David says this team makes me happy with 6 exclamation points.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I think that was a little sarcastic.
Yeah, I think so. Chocolate Thunder says he believes Maldonado has a better hitting stats than the guy who replaced him. Andrew says, sup, boys. Oker should have came in with a clean inning, 100%.
Yeah, I really like Oker. That wasn't on him at all.
No doubt, yeah.
I mean, he came in bases loaded, no outs, and got 2 outs.
And 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Rosarena.
He was doing his thing.
Bases loaded is our killer, 100%. Andrew says, I'm actually really happy about the offense running their star up 100 pitches in 4 innings. At work on a lunch break right now on a KMS. This team will be back when we hit a grand slam again. Ukraine was in peacetime the last time we hit a grand slam. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Ben?
What's up, Benny?
Yeah, no, I mean, as much as you want to argue about Joe Espada's bullpen usage, and
I think it was just a compound effect of Monday and Tuesday.
It's the thing that we talk about. That people said the same thing about Dusty, like leaving guys on too long or whatever. It all comes back to the offense for me, and I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure plenty of other teams struggle, but the Astros, I believe I saw, were 28th in the league and team OPS against righties. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean, winning cures everything and winning fixes everything. So I just want to say, hey, this homestand, just go undefeated.
Just win, yeah.
Just win. It just sucks that you're right there to be at 500, a little reset, and now you got to win.
We were saying it. I mean, I shouldn't have said it, but when they were up 5-0, I was like, thank God we needed this.
Yeah.
You go home 6-6. Like, who? If you told me the Astros would be 6-6 after 12 games this year, I would have taken that 100 times out of 100 because last year they were 7-19.
7-19.
So any bit of a better start this year is going to be great.
That's why, like, now you're going to take 2 or 3. The Angels are kind of hot. Like,
Angels are a little bit.
People forget Mike Trout is a god when he's healthy and can play baseball.
And he's back.
He's
like back. It's like 5 games. He said 4 bombs.
You know how dumb we look right now? We were on this podcast in December in the year 2024. We were like, maybe we should sprinkle just a little bit on Mike Trout MVP for 2025. And we didn't do it. We should have. Because when Mike Trout plays, he is MVP. Like, like he's the best. He's Mickey Mantle reincarnated. Obviously, like he has to play 162, but the Astros need to get right series, and it helps that that you see that. Is it just me or the audio ahead of the video on Twitter?
Yeah, that's
might be us.
I don't know.
Might be us.
Feel about that.
Big chance find Walker, and he doesn't deliver strikes out a lot. I know he missed returning. Yeah, he did. I mean, Walker's going through it. It's not. We're not breaking news here. He only did have 5 or 6 spring training games, and he's probably right at after these 12 games, kind of what camp would be breaking. So hopefully he finds it.
I mean, all in all, like he's come up. The problem
Walker has to be better. Paredes has to be better.
Yeah.
Diaz has to be better. Jeremy Pena's playing really good, but his stats are just not good. Jordan Alvarez has to play better.
At this point, do you mess around with like Jeremy Pena back?
I'm putting Jeremy. Hey,
to make things happen.
I don't hate that.
Jeremy Pena 2-hole, and then you go Jordan 3, and then Paredes and Walker.
Yeah, I mean you have to. You just can't keep. I mean, Caratini. I mean, I would say right now Caratini and should be at least split time with Yainer right now.
I would, until Yainer finds it. He's like needs to aim left better. He hits the dugout every time. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, I think that is such a specific hitter like him who pulls the ball so well. I think timing is even more specific to him.
Yeah.
Because instead of it being a normal hitter spraying from left to right, kind of putting the ball in play, and that kind of working out for him, he sprays the ball foul or left.
Yes.
So he hits the ball hard a lot, but it's just a lot of foul balls, and then he flies one out to left. I think as the year goes on for him, he's going to start finding it a little better too.
Yeah, it was a frustrating loss, obviously, because you could have taken another series. But yeah, you just got to be better. And coming back home, obviously, it's kind of scary because the Astros don't hit well at home, and you just got swept the last time you were here. But you need Ronald Blanco to step up and be the guy that we expect him to be this year. He hasn't looked good. So tonight, I think is a real big statement game for him, and I think we titled it "I can't lose series." It's not a must win series; it is a can't lose series. If that makes sense, it makes sense in my weird brain, but
no, it makes sense.
It's I don't. As a fan. As a creator, it's frustrating because like in baseball, we have no control, right? Like it's those guys playing. It just seems like we're at times playing with like one hand tied behind our back.
Yeah.
And like out of boredom or curiosity or out of whatever it is, why? Like why? Like and this division's going to keep you in it. I know the Rangers are 9-4, and their offense hasn't done shit, and they're 9-4, which is kind of scary. Like I'm man enough to say that the Rangers are 9-4, and their offense hasn't done shit, and it's kind of scary that they're starting to they're winning all these 1-run games. this division, hell or high water, will keep you in it. So why do we make it tough? It's this riddle I can't solve. Why year in and year out they make it tough, and we know they're going to turn on. We know they're going to go on a run. We know they're going to do X, Y, Z. But it just feels like, why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah. If you there's 2 Astros above an OPS plus of 100.
Altuve and Jake Myers.
Yep.
It's not good.
Jake Myers has a 112 OPS plus. You have Brendan Rodgers at 99, Pena at 88, Jordan at 84. Everybody else on the team is under 80. That's not a way to win games.
Pull the mic closer or talk louder.
Me?
Yeah, I was getting feedback.
Oh. Yeah, that's not a way you want to win games.
No, not at all. So I did ask around. People plugged in. I just said, "What's the vibes?" One person said it's still early. The guys aren't mad or worried or pressed. It was definitely a shit show last year to start the season compared to this year. So the vibe on the vibes meter, we're fine. There's no alarm bells. Scary. No, I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone that's tuning in, but is there, as a fan, like, here we go again?
I'm not there at all.
I'm not saying I'm saying here we go again. I'm just kind of like the Green Goblin mask. Kind of just heard it echo.
But, yeah.
No, it just kind of heard it echo. Just here we go again.
If I only looked at their hitting stats and I didn't know their record, I might be there.
Okay.
But the fact that they're only 5-7, very easy hole to dig out of. Not even really a hole. Like, season's just starting. You're about 500. You have a couple should be winnable series coming up. I'm not worried yet. I'm not even close to worried. I think if they are 10 games under 500 at the beginning of May, that's when I'm worried. But we're not there yet. And
if we're 10 games below 500 at any point, I'm going to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, last year they were 7-19.
I know that. I can't do that again.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm not. They were 7-19 last year, found a way to pull themselves out of it. Until they don't do that, I'm not worried. I mean, it's pretty simple. A lot of these hitters, I think, are going to regress to the mean. Jordan's already hitting the ball way better. Chaz has had good at bats, even though he only gets to bunt.
Okay, let's talk about that. Chaz McCormick should be starting.
I agree.
Or at least 50-50.
I think at least 50-50. Yeah.
What are we doing?
He's our bunt specialist.
And selfishly, like, or I guess unselfishly, he's came in and given himself up. I think he has 3 sack bunts down.
He has sack bunts. He has hit the ball the right side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And look, Cam self-generated that triple. He needed that. He's had playing right field well. I don't know.
Before we
Preston. Is that where'd you hear that at?
I don't. Is Verdugo on the fucking?
Verdugo's on the Braves. Hey, Montero had a clean inning last night in the like the 11th with 2 punchies. We are too right-handed and heavy. We do need left-handed bats, and we said that. We said we were on this pod. We're like, there's 2 main things that are question marks going into the season. The bridge to get to your back end, which I think is slowly going to actually be pretty strong with Ort coming back, with Whitley coming back. I think King's a dude. I think Okert's a dude. Obviously, one guy out of the rotation may be bumped or they go 6-man whenever Spence comes back. But the other question mark was this either split platoon or left-handed bats. And obviously, they went with Cam and DeZenzo. If they're not playing, then why? Like, we're stunting their development.
Somebody
go get Ben Gamel.
I forget who tweeted out. The Astros, by far, the least plate appearances against left-handed pitchers all year.
Crazy.
Across any team. I think I saw the lowest was 60 plate appearances for a team. The Astros have 13 plate appearances against left-handed pitchers. That means teams are seeing how right-handed heavy they are and just throwing all their right-handers at us, and the Astros have a 593 OPS against right-handers. So it's a clear weakness, which it's going to be weakness no matter what. But you mitigate that when your right-handed bats are hitting well. But when they're not hitting well and you don't have left-handers to throw in there to kind of shake it up, then you're stuck. You have one move.
Ryan, that's a good question. I'm gonna look that up. Did Montero ever use a slider on the Astros? I know he was. So. I think so, and I think you developed a cutter to play off the slider this year. Yeah. But I'm gonna look at the usage.
While you look that up, before my computer dies here, I have some stuff pulled up here. I just want to talk about Cam Smith.
Okay.
He's starting to find it a little bit.
Okay, hold on. Rafael Montero's Baseball Savant page is like a lot of red, like in the good way.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever figure out how much money we gave? We got off the books?
I think we got $3 million off the books. Out of the 10, he was owed 10 mil more or something, and we got like 30% off, which is something. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Okay. We're just cleaning books.
We got a player and we got $3 million off. That was more than I thought we'd get last year. I'll say that. All right. So looking at Cam Smith,
it's sunk cost fallacy for me. You already paid. Like, keep him.
The computer died. I didn't get.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, sunk cost fallacy. What were you going?
Well,
with?
give me a minute now. I gotta look it up on my phone.
Okay. Well, this bullshit while you do that. Let's go through to the comments. BTD by the dip. Yes. I heard it yesterday. Another Astros pod. I think it can make sense because Verdugo's only on a 1-year deal with the Braves. I mean, yeah. I mean, we are covering 7.7 million of the 10.8. So with that 3 million, you know what it probably is. I think Rogers had a clause at the end of a certain date to exercise, so that would be like $1 million or whatever.
We're just covering. Just getting a little bit off.
Paid money that like it. You see, but I'm already like, if Montero's on his last year, you're paying him anyways. Just keep him. We need bullpen arm. Like, all right, whatever. A lot of people are surrounding me.
Yeah, I don't.
Indy says lack of leadership and team identity is more worrisome than any offensive stat. Yeah, it feels at times like a rudderless boat. You're kind of just spinning. Winning fixes that. Winning fixes everything. Offense fixes a lot. Hopefully the team builds off of what Wednesday was. Because other than obviously Contreras, the bullpen's been pretty good up to that Wednesday meltdown. But yeah, just he made Casty and Turner look foolish with it in extras. Yeah, you see, that's why I'm kind of just like a sunk cost fallacy. Like you keep them, but whatever. I don't know. Where did Ben Gamble end up? Ben Gamble ended up on a deal somewhere.
I don't know where he
ended up. I think he ended up with the Pirates. Ben Gamble. Ben Gamble, where are you? If you look up Ben Gamble, a lot of tweets from myself. That's not good. It's a lot of lore right there. Anyone know where Ben Gamble went? Because that'd be great if we could.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Josh has his stats.
Cam Smith through 8 games, 28 plate appearances. He's got 1 triple. That's his only extra base hit. He's got 200 batting average and a 566 OPS. Just want to remind everyone. The only real comparison we can give that kind of came up quick was Alex Bregman.
Yes.
And he had more time in the minors and played longer in college. He was a little bit older. His first 19 games. Let me pull this. Let me make sure I have all these. Actually, his first 20 games, going until he finally hit his first home run. His first home run, game 20. He had a 198 batting average.
Okay.
A 546 OPS. And 5 extra base hits. Just as a comparison there. Just to say, got to give more time.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, look at it and they're like, we pulled him up too early. He needs to go back down. And I could see where if they made the decision to bring him back down, I wouldn't hate it. I would be a little worried about the optics of it to him and to everybody. To like, was that his chance? And now it's bruised ego a little bit. But I think he needs at least another 15, 20 games.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think at this point, yeah, you're
committed.
I mean,
he went 2 for 3, 2 for
4.
He's still not barreling the ball up as much as I would like.
Yeah,
but he is working counts, and he's starting to find it a little bit.
No, yeah,
that's all I want to talk about. I just wanted to make that comparison to Greggy. Obviously, I'm not trying to say that he's going to all of a sudden become Alex Bregman, but you look at somebody as talented as Alex Bregman, he struggled longer than that. Even like it took him a while, and then he ended up that entire season coming back around to having a 288 batting average in the 59 at bats he had.
Yeah,
so he turned it around.
I think the biggest question was pulling the ball, and that obviously the triple on was that Tuesday night, Monday night, was huge. I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, it was
Tuesday.
Yeah. It was
so yeah, see him build off that is gonna be huge. Obviously, he's gonna get a ton of run.
Great point from Jorge there. How can we rag on Cam if Yainer, Walker, and others are struggling worse than
1,000%?
That's I'm like, if everybody in the lineup was seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well, hitting rockets off the pitchers that they're facing.
Yes.
And then Cam looked lost against those same pitchers, then I would be like, okay, maybe there's something wrong here. But I mean, when you have seasoned guys like Walker in front of him struggling just as much as him, if not worse, and it's like, how can you be like, it's just because he's outmatched?
100%.
Like, everybody's struggling.
Our favorite segment, the beep 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 beep.
Oh shit.
Dez is an idiot. Hunter Brown, Cy Young, updated odds plus 1,800, and I've yet to place the bet. So I need to do that. I need
700.
I've lost 700 odds.
That's
a lot of odds.
That kind of makes it almost not.
I have to jump on this plus 1,800. If anyone wants to float,
I was gonna say,
if anyone wants to float, I'll match.
From Louisiana watching.
If anyone wants to float, I'll match. Hunter Brown plus 1,800 for the Cy Young. He looked great on Wednesday. Through 3 outings this season, he boasts a 2.00 ERA, a WHIP of 0.78, 4 earned in 18 innings. He is a bona fide stud.
I mean, he might go the whole season and like not win like a pitcher of the week or month, but
he may win fucking Cy Young
because he's just so consistently like 6 innings, 7 innings, one run or less. Like, what a stud!
I hate doors. Are they at the door?
I guess.
Junior at the door. Walker with 18 strikeouts is brutal. Yeah, Walker's in it. He's swimming. We talked about it. So it's the catch-22 slippery slope of you're in this slump where you're hitting the ball so damn hard and finding gloves, right? And then you're still hitting the ball hard, and it's still finding gloves. You'll find grass here and there, and now you kind of backslide into this. You backslide into this kind of riptide of I'm pressing. I'm doing all this stuff. Then you're getting bad calls. You're getting the zone actually widen. It feels like an every Christian Walker at bat. You're having him being frustrated, obviously slamming his helmet down, slamming his bat down. Obviously, he wants to produce. He just came over, got paid. But maybe there's darker magic involved. Maybe I tweeted it. There's a Horcrux. Maybe someone split their soul that is upset about previous GMs and is the face of a franchise and play that position. I don't know. Maybe there's a Horcrux at first base, and anyone that goes there for eternity, our kids will just be talking about this first base curse because at this point, I don't know. Walker's gonna have to swing himself out of it. Like,
yeah,
that's what you're gonna have to do. So, 18 strikeouts are not good, especially with a lot of those with runners on, and especially when you're batting in the 5-hole.
That's what I say.
4-hole.
Is it time to shake up the lineup?
I think you shake up the lineup.
What would you change to?
Altuve, Jeremy, Jordan, Jake Myers, Paredes, Walker, Diaz or Carantini,
and then
Smith.
Yeah, and then your
Jake.
outfield.
Yeah, I like Jake in the 9-hole. He's a reset, second leadoff guy. Flip it. Des don't place the bet. The second you do, he's getting shelled. Okay, that's actually let's negotiate this. Everyone else bet Hunter Brown plus 1,800. We're the odds of just dropping tremendously week to week, and then I get like 10% when we all hit. That's a fair haircut. I put everyone on a winner.
You put Houston fans on.
What if I put the entire city on a winner, and I don't bet it? I feel like I should get a haircut off it.
Maybe.
What?
You're. These are all Hunter Brown fans that might put it on themselves.
But maybe they needed the push.
Okay.
And of unbelievable. I was gonna give you some, dude.
Oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
No. So.
Unbelievable.
I just like if you convince some like Philly fans to put Hunter Brown down, then it's like, all right, yeah, no, you put him on.
Damn, Roar's making a push. Holy shit. Masters happening. I'm wearing my Azalea shirt from Kobe Stevens, KobeStevens.com. David says 2,000 for David, I'll match. Paredes, Pena, Altuve, Jordan, Walker, Diaz, Cam, Rogers, Jake.
I don't like Paredes. If anybody else hits first, it'd be Pena.
At this point, this is what I'm doing. If I'm Joe Espada, I'm getting all the bats, and everyone's hitting their first 2 rounds of BP with torpedo bats, and then you'll hit your model, the other 2. The other side is I'm going to get everyone's bats and just toss them on the field and yell at them in a very coach speak way of wake the fuck up, bats, and then watch the Astros put up 30 runs this weekend.
Is it time to bring
David put 100 on it. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go, David. Let's go. We need everyone in the city to do
it. Is it time to bring?
Actually, everyone's gonna slam the bet. I'm gonna get worse odds by the time I actually bet it.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you're the one who did. You did this to yourself.
I know.
Is it time to bring Brian McCann in to perform a ritual?
Yeah.
on
the team's bats.
Yeah, he's got the powers apparently. Paredes sees a ton of pitches. Altuve is your hottest hitter, so you can bat with runners on. I mean, I agree. I don't hate the idea of putting Altuve third. I just don't. I don't think I like Paredes second. Or I don't think I like Paredes first. I wouldn't mind Pena, Paredes, Altuve, Jordan. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't. All in all, I think the best idea out of all this is Tuve could hit third.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. As much as you like having him he's hit third. He hit third in 2017, right?
Yeah.
He hit third one of his really good years. He hit third for a while. I don't hate that. As much as I love him setting the tone and leading off games.
This is from Sam Fosberg at Discuss Baseball on Twitter. 3 of the 7 unluckiest hitters in Major League Baseball are Astros. Jeremy Pena has a 186 batting average. Expected batting average is 340.
Damn.
This is interesting. Yainer Diaz is batting .061. His expected is .178. Obviously not better, but that's a 115 point difference. Christian Walker batting 146. Expected batting average 250.
Damn.
Brutal. That's probably a difference of a win and a half.
Yeah. 2019 he was third. Yeah, I knew there was a year where Altuve hit third most of the time. I mean, I wouldn't hate that. And I've always loved Altuve's first pitch approach. But I feel like the flip side of that is you start a game off and he hits a first pitch out. I would love to see the stats on how often Altuve hitting a first pitch out leads to a win or loss.
Ooh.
Compared to when he hits the first pitch hit. It's like the team goes where Altuve goes. And I feel like that would be less impactful and less negatively impactful and more positively impactful if he comes up with a runner or two on hitting third and gets either a first pitch out or first pitch hit. At that point, at least, it's not ruining momentum as much as, it's the third out of an inning or whatever, rather than setting the tone with immediate ground out into shortstop or whatever,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that. I would love to see Jeremy Pena leadoff hitter. I think that's what I would like to see.
Well, I think also 2 weeks doesn't define a team.
No. I don't think
a month and 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't think any changes need to be made at all right now. I think you stick with it.
The guy who likes turtles, Jordan's XBA, is also seeing 300. Yeah, like what if this is just a week and everything regresses back to the mean positively?
Yeah.
And I guess the biggest thing that I'm worried about is the offense is going to need to have to carry for precisely 6 weeks with Spencer going down, in the sense of this. You lost Spencer, who is your number 3, a big part of where you want to be at the end of the year. If you want to lock down Louisiana Street and call the mayor, Spencer Arrighetti has to be in this rotation. The problem is with this injury early. Luis is down. Lance is being spun up. Javier's down. Gusto's going into the rotation, so now you lose your long guy. Everyone else is not spun up that way. And by the time Spencer comes back, he's going to have to be spun up. So you're kind of just like in this colossal clusterfuck. And how do you get out of that? The offense goes and hangs 6 a game, goes hangs 7 a game, and you don't worry about who's pitching or what rookie's being spun up in that situation. So there's gonna be a lot of pressure on the offense, a lot of pressure on this team to get there, because you lost a big piece in a very freak accident. Good thing no surgery. That was a big thing that I was worried about. But that time.
I think it's about that time.
It's that time.
Okay. Oh,
wow. Is that dogs barking?
Yeah. What is that? Is that?
Oh,
Shit. Oh, they're here.
The
They're
first
here.
annual, inaugural, weekly Dog of the Week.
Friday Dog of the Week.
Friday Dog
Who's
of the
gonna
Week.
Win the trophy.
Presented by your company.
Presented by
your company.
Give me Van Whalen. Where is he? Who was your Dog of the Week? We had Brian Lima. I don't know if we could.
I think we can say his name on the live show.
On a live show.
iHeart may sue us. I don't know.
Oh, they're here.
iHeart may sue us because we can't say Brian. That was good. Woo!
He nominated.
Party's over.
Of the week. Surprise. Jake Myers.
Brian Lalima. Brian Lalima sat here on this podcast and gave Jake Myers as his Dog of the Week, and I've never felt more disgusted in my entire life, because he knows exactly what he is. Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. We stumbled upon this majestic creature, and he's yelling and screaming in the car to scare it away. That's exactly what's happening. And so, but the first an annual, inaugural, monthly, weekly dog of the week, it's locked in. So Jake is his dog. I'm gonna go Hunter Brown.
Okay.
Hunter Brown is dog of the week. Sound is unbalanced with me. I don't want to touch anything.
Junior, can you turn the yellow up? The one that's labeled yellow.
Sorry, Meg, we're gonna fix that. Oh yeah, can we get 5 big booms for George Springer? Have a fantastic season. Yeah, George turned the clock back.
I think that should be good.
He may be player of the month.
The slider as well.
This is actually be nightmare scenario for Astro fans of the golden age of Tucker and Bregman winning player of the week, and George Springer's probably going to win AL player of the month. To me, great card on MLB The Show.
God,
lightning card. So my dog award, Hunter Brown. That's my nominee.
Okay. My dog, it's really easy. It's clearly Jose Altuve. Holding up this offense. Could you imagine if he was struggling too and the Astros best hitter was Jake Myers at a 112 OPS plus? Everybody else under 100? That'd be wild. Without Jose Altuve, the Astros could be 3 in math. Yeah, it's clearly Jose Altuve continuing to age with grace. On his way to 3,000 hits. On his way to 300 home runs. That's my dog.
Okay, so with 3 different ones, are we going to leave it up to everyone to
everybody else
vote?
Votes.
Can we make a poll?
Yeah, you can.
On Instagram?
Yeah, you can make a poll on Instagram. We can make a poll on Twitter as well.
All right, let's make a poll.
I'll have we'll work on a graphic and make a poll.
We can make a poll.
I think we should shift Dog of the Week probably to our Sunday night show from now on. But
okay,
just for clip wise and everything, a little easier, and it's at the end of the week. But yeah, we'll do. This will be our weekly segment. We'll remember to do it. Weekly.
We will remember.
We will do it weekly. We have our award.
This is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna keep ourselves accountable. For every time we don't do Dog of the Week, we each put $5 in a bowl. And at the end of the year, we're gonna throw. Actually, I want to throw multiple micro happy hours and stuff for the community.
Okay,
that's I'm putting it out there just to keep myself accountable. That's what I want to do. But at the end of the year, I want to throw a big kind of bash.
A big bash.
And for
everybody,
this is actually what we're gonna do.
Everybody dresses up as dogs.
No, we're not doing this furry stuff. This is a slippery slope. Now. It's a weird. Hey, do you, dude? But it's a slippery slope. Jeez.
It's a dog party, you know what I mean?
Oh man. Okay. This is how content
furries.
Ideas. We're not throwing a furry party. We're throwing an actual happy hour party at the end of the year. So anytime we have kangaroo court fines within Apollo that we're going to implement,
okay,
it's going to the bowl.
Okay,
because we have a team now. There's going to be some fines. We'll keep the locker room light and happy. There'll be fines, and we'll use that to pay for. We'll just open a tab up for everyone at the end of the year. So all right, back to the people, and then hopefully we're all cashing our Hunter Brown tickets.
And we can
really party. So that's what we're gonna do.
There's so many furries there.
Ooh, that's a good Chocolate Thunder. Hater hasn't blown a game.
Hater, really
Hater's a very strong dog of the week candidate.
Strong, quite strong. I think it's time.
That is.
I think it's an indication that
that's a good one, Ryan. That's a good one. That was really good.
You know where
I walked right into that one.
You know where we could who we could get to cater that party?
Well, we're not throwing that party.
No, that party. I'm talking about our party.
Oh, our party.
Yeah. Our bash.
You can wear whatever color you want at our party, by the way. You don't have to wear white. Let's just put that out there. We're
gonna throw the orange party every year. We're gonna have everybody dressed in all orange.
We either get bad shows or blowout party.
Yeah, okay. Don't frame it.
Don't frame it that way, James. There's just anytime there's a fine on BTD or any shows, just go into the bowl and we're gonna then use that
Yeah.
to party. I like to party. Do you like to party?
My name's Josh. I like to party.
My name's Dead. I like to party. What a good. That's a good pull, dude. Hot Rod.
I love that.
I've been drinking green tea all, and I've also been drinking Zing Zang. Proud sponsor
This is
of
my hat now.
proud sponsor Beyond the Diamond. Using Wee Zang. Josh has the already infused blazing.
So hot.
Pause.
Blazing
with vodka. Pause. Someone needs to screen grab that. And we can send that right to Zing Zang. Yeah, he's had some Bloody Mary. We have the Michelada mix somewhere. I'm wearing the Azalea shirt from Kobe Stevens. It's Masters Week. So I'm rocking my Kobe Stevens golf apparel. Go to KobeStevens.com, get all your stuff, put in code Apollo at checkout. We have an active code over there. And I'm also going to be at Big City Wings this week watching the Masters. I may tell Sam I'm going to take a nap because watching Masters, eating good food, and getting a nap is going to be perfect. So I'll be at Big City Wings.
Wait, you're going to take a nap at Big City Wings?
Yeah, look.
Put a couple chairs together?
Dude, a Masters nap with Jim Nance just talking, and you're just and the birds chirping. I'm looking forward to that so much on Sunday. Before that, I'll be at Big City Wings, 13 locations. One near you in the greater Houston area. Tell them the Apollo Boys sent you. But that's our Friday live episode. That's it. We'll just win this weekend.
Just win.
We didn't even talk about this upcoming series. We just literally got everything off our chest about partying.
There's nothing to talk about. They just need to win.
They just need to win. It's not a must win. It's a can't lose series. You can't lose this series. But it's also not a must win series, so don't freak out. But you can't lose it. You can't lose this series.
Cannot. And hopefully maybe we see a torpedo bat show up for somebody at some point.
I put that tweet out, and I think a lot of people, I generally ask, like, why did the Astros wait 2 weeks to do the torpedo bats? And some people were chirping me, like, I was just like generally asking. I wasn't being like sarcastic. But then someone said it's an explosive. They can't carry them on planes. And I was like, damn, that's good.
That was a bar.
I was like, touche. I get that. So, hey.
Can we make a poll? Can we make a poll?
we can make a poll. Megan says just win. So yeah, let's just end it with that. Just win.
That's all we need.
Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you Sunday night. Houston sweep. And they put up 30.
All right.
On the weekend.
I'll take that. Thank you for watching and listening to Beyond the Diamond podcast. We'll see you next time.
Love you guys.
Go Astros.